Need help with that?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, you mad pretty. What's your name?
Moral of the story is like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Help your woman out.
Here's another tactic my ex-husband would use to get out of doing chores. When I would try and make some sort of chore chart so that we could be like mutually accountable for the household tasks, and I would divvy things up, and then he would look at it and be like, well, that's not really fair because you've told me at times that like you kind of enjoy certain tasks.
What it sounds like to me is that men are just trying to control women through labor.
Men keep jumping to woman to woman to woman to woman because it's a control thing. I gotta have her. I gotta have her. And then when he gets her, next, I gotta have her. I gotta have her. Control. Always be a man's reminder. You cannot take me, baby. You can never control me. And you will never have me 100%.
I'm like enthralled in a debate right now on my TikTok page about love and talking about how men don't love men don't love women. It's not that men and women love differently, it's that men don't love women, right? And anyway, somebody made a comment and they were talking about how like the way that men, it was a man saying this. He was saying like the way that men want to receive love is through a woman being submissive and doing labor. And I was like, yeah, that's not love, that's control. Men don't, he was saying it like as like, like, oh, that's just an example, like that's just how men want to be loved. I'm like, that's not love at all. But anyways, men don't want to show up for women. Men don't want to participate in the building of the relationship. They want the woman to do pretty much all of the labor while he does little to nothing. And he just wants to reap all the benefits. You see it in so many ways. Like I saw this funny ass video the other day, like yesterday, and there was so many like storylines in this video, right? Mind you, I don't even know if the video is real or not. It seems staged, but it still had me thinking, and I was like, this shit is hilarious, but it's like it was funny. It was funny.
Need help with that?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, you mad pretty. What's your name?
Acting like you not pretty. What's your name? Right in front of the husband is crazy.
She's married. That's where.
You said, huh?
Yeah, she's married. Me.
To who?
To me.
Why didn't you help her get that then?
What?
He had no reaction. He had no response for that. What? You heard what he said. Answer the fucking question. Why you didn't help her?
I'm just saying, why didn't you help her get? She looking at you the same way.
No. Everything.
It's cool if I grab your Instagram or.
Bro. Okay, so first of all, she looking at her husband like, boy, if you don't get out of here, scram. Scram, bro. I'm having a conversation. But anyways, I was reading the comments and people were talking about how like women are so neglected. Some women are so neglected that, you know what I'm saying? Like they just be wanting that feel again or whatever. And I think that that's true for a lot of women. But the, more what I got from this was like him basically the moral of the story is like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Help your woman out. Like you're just sitting there pushing the cart like a dipshit. Reach up, help her get the thing, right? That's like what are you doing pretty much? Why aren't you helping? I didn't even know you were with her because why would a man who was with a woman allow his woman to do this labor? Why wouldn't he help her out? And it's again, this is probably staged. There are signs there that makes me think this is staged. But anyways, if it's not staged though, staged or not, the reality is this. Men often are in relationships and they expect the woman to do all the labor and they just sit back and just reap the benefits, right?
This is what my husband would say to get out of helping with chores when I would express to him how overwhelmed I was. And I would be very specific with, like, I need exactly help with this, exactly this many times a week. His reaction was, well, I don't want to do that. I'll pay somebody to do it for you. Which in theory, okay, we couldn't afford it at the time, and it would be years before we could. I never was able to get him to understand that, hey, being able to afford a nanny like 8 to 10 years down the line is not helping me today. The attitude that it was like, oh, well, that type of work, I don't want to do that. Gross, boring. I don't want to do that. But it was good enough for me to do. That kind of hurt. Never did get the nanny either. Here's another tactic my ex-husband would use to get out of doing chores. When I would try and make some sort of chore chart so that we could be like mutually accountable for the household tasks, and I would divvy things up, and then he would look at it and be like, well, that's not really fair because you've told me at times that like you kind of enjoy certain tasks. So if I had any kind of enjoyment whatsoever, any like kind of pride taken in completing the task well, then it didn't count as work for me. Cooking, for example, if I'd ever expressed that I enjoyed cooking, well, then that doesn't really count as a chore. So, you know, I still need to do something extra to make up for his side.
So when you hear this from women, like when I hear it from women, what it sounds like to me is that men are just trying to control women through labor. That's like one of the many tools that men use to control women through, this type of labor or like literal labor with babies or, something of the sort. But they try to control women through labor. Uh, and that's why all these jobs were beneath him, but good enough for her to do and all that stuff. He wanted her preoccupied. He wanted her run down. He didn't want her to rest. He didn't want her to be soft. None of that stuff. It was all about control. It was all about domination, right? Like I said earlier, that when you talk about love in men, the way that men view love is through control. Like men think that if a woman truly loves him, she will allow him to control her. Now they know that's not love. Don't get me wrong. They know it's not love, but they'll sell women on that idea. Because here's the thing. If you knew it was love or if you thought it was love, then why wouldn't it be reciprocal? Right? Love should be reciprocated. You both can't submit to one another. That's not a real thing. If you're submitting to one another back and forth, you're just cooperating. You're in a partnership at that point. Call it what it is. You're cooperating, right? A man and a woman, if she's doing labor for you and you're doing labor for her, again, that's just a cooperation. I definitely think that one of the ways that my wife shows that she loves me is by doing labor for me. But in kind, I have to do labor for her though. You know what I mean? Like it can't be a one-sided exchange it can't be it's all give and no, all take and no give. It has to be that I'm giving her labor as well. And the labor looks different in different ways. I talked about this in the video that I made about love. But I was saying like when you love somebody, you love them the way that they want to be loved, right? And I say that, within reason, because again, love isn't harmful. So if I want a woman to show me that she loves me by allowing me to sleep with whatever women I want to sleep with, and she can't sleep with any man, but you know what I mean, whatever the case may be, then that's not love because she's being harmed in that. Love is not harmful, right? So that cancels it out from being love. It's control now. It's domination. That's what you're looking for. So the love should be reciprocated. If it's not, then it's control.
And that's unbothered. Do they just walk away? Or do they keep chasing the woman? They keep chasing her. Let's say he's dealing with a woman that doesn't really show him any affection, doesn't really care. He knows maybe, yeah, she likes me, but she keeps giving me this hot and cold energy. Do you think the man go away? Or do he chase her more?
Men don't, like she said, men don't chase love. They chase control. One of the major ways is they use the labor of women to control them. They want that's how he knows I got her. I got her. When you can go out with a woman, like in that first video, that the skit or whatever, probably, when you can go out with a woman and like not pay attention and just let her do everything or whatever, and just have your mind on like fucking autopilot, that's control. You ain't got to do shit. You just there for the ride. I jokingly said to my wife, I was like, you got to give the man some credit. At least he went to the store with her. How many men actually go grocery shopping? How many men go grocery shopping like with their woman? Shit is rare.
Same answer, baby. But what about the woman that gives all to him? Does he go away or chase? He goes away. Because there's nothing he can get from that. See, it's a control thing. He already got you. He doesn't need to tame you at all. That's why men keep jumping to woman to woman to woman to woman. Because it's a control thing. I gotta have her. I gotta have her. And then when he gets her, next, I gotta have her. I gotta have her. Control. See, when a man is dealing with a woman he can't control, you will become his biggest failure. Men don't take failure well. So seeing someone like you, unbothered, not worried about him, not playing games for real, you got a fucking life. You are his constant failure. I can't control this girl. I can't tame her. What is going on? Nothing. Nothing. You simply not worried about him. You don't give a fuck. That's what men don't understand. They don't understand women like you that really don't give a fuck about a man. Sure, I may like you. I'm not going to chase you though. I'm not going to be so bothered. I have a life.
Why? And when what she's speaking to, like when a woman does that to a man, it does make him. I mean, sometimes men do want to chase the women or whatever the case may be, but really men are looking for women to control. Like if a woman shows him that she's open to being controlled, yeah, he'll be with her. He'll do the Derek Jackson thing. He'll get her and, you know what I'm saying, abuse her and cheat on her and do whatever, but he has that woman under his thumb. A lot of men are just looking for like one solid, ride or die woman to have under his thumb to manipulate her and to abuse her. Have her there doing all the fucking labor. All of this control, I'm telling you, it's always gonna go back to men wanting women and needing women to do the labor for them, ultimately.
You're not my world. See? Men can't understand that. Especially the men that always get what they want. Always be a man's reminder. You cannot tame me, baby. You can never control me. And you would never have me 100%. I'm telling you. In a man's mind, when they're dealing with a woman like you, in their mind, they're thinking they're in love. No, it's not. It's not love, baby, because they don't know how to. They just can't control you. And they don't understand why they cannot control you.
I literally just got done saying that, like, men don't know how to, men aren't interested in loving. We want to be loved. We want to manipulate. We want to weaponize the idea of love to coerce women or to trick women and trap women into being in relationships with us. We want the women to love us while we don't love them back. Man, be honest, man. Y'all can get mad all you want to. You can kick and scream, piss him on, or whatever. But do you hear what this woman is saying? Like, y'all, like, Y'all have made women like like if the women are like this, it's because of the way that men treat women. She wasn't born like this. She didn't come out the womb like this. Like this is a reaction to the way that men treat women. I know a lot of y'all are turned off by these types of women. I know a lot of you men are scared by these types of women. These women are the best. These women are the best women in my mind. To me, the women that don't take no shit, the women that stand 10 toes, you know what I'm saying? They're the women with the highest level of morality. They will not hurt you as a man. They're not. That's not because they don't want to be hurt. Her strength doesn't result in you being hurt. It results in her being protected. She ain't gonna cheat on you. She ain't gonna lie to you because she don't want that shit to happen to her. You know what I mean? Like these are the good women, the proverbial good women that y'all be looking for. It be the ones that don't like men. it be the ones, and when I say don't like men, it's the ones that ain't looking to appease men. It's they're the safe women. The safe women are the women that don't vie for the attention of men. Right? You want a woman that's gonna be down for you and only down for you as a man. Get you a woman that don't really fuck with men like that. The ones that you got to prove yourself to, you got to prove your worth to, and then they'll accept you, right? Because once they accept you, then all you got to do is not fuck it up. They'll protect you, they'll defend you, you know what I mean? Like, but all you got to do is treat them right. But these women scare y'all. Y'all don't like when women start talking like this and start thinking like this. This shit doesn't scare me one bit. That's how my wife is. That's how she get down. That's how all the women, all my female friends, that's how they think. They don't do shit for men. They don't give a fuck about what a man think. They're not out here trying to appease a man and please a man. Them be the women that will cheat on you. The pick me women are the women that's gonna cheat on you. They'll throw you under the bus for another man because they're always vying for the attention of another man. The men that the women be out here trying to protect talking about every time a woman disagree with y'all, you want to call them a pick me. They're dangerous for you too, brother. These what you gotta understand to get a woman like this to like you. You think she run around liking every man she meet? No, if she like you, you good. You good to go. All you gotta do is not fuck it up. That's it. I don't be worried about my wife doing no weird shit to me because I know she don't even like niggas. She don't even like men like that. Right? I'm talking about like romantically. She ain't trying to. She like, I barely like this motherfucker I've been with for damn near 20 years. I barely like this man. You think I like another man? No. Hell no. But y'all too busy trying to control women. Y'all too busy trying to dominate women. You run away from the good ones. You don't even know what the good ones look like. You don't even know. Moral of the story, get you a woman that hate men, okay? You'll be all right.